the net for Shuxin, and he converts the point. A little apology there, acknowledging his fortune. The table when he starts the ball, hitting on the run. Ooh, and that big ball comes right back, and if it's not on the baseline, Shuxin will have another shot, but Freitas, perfect placement under pressure. Fast long serve pays off, tied right back up. Shuxin being coached by one of the most legendary pen holders in the modern game from China. Strong list of pen holders, of course, coming from China, between Lu Goliang, Ma Lin, Wang Hao. Deep on the table again, Freitas with the placement. The focus from Marcos Freitas, really to make these shots. Some people might say, oh, Shuxin's not playing his best. I guess who's ever playing their best, it's pretty rare, but still, Marcos Freitas is really making it a challenge right now. Soft touch for Shuxin. Right back in, second towel break of the game, dead even. Now, just in case you were curious, in the last round you saw Dmitry Ovtrov 4-0 over Yanan. He will be waiting for the winner of Thiago Apollonia and Wang Chunting. These two players now are on the other side of the bracket. Marcos Freitas and Shuxin will be waiting for the winner of Jun Mizutani and Lee Sang-soo. Smart play, neither player afraid there. It was Freitas who stayed calm, waited for the opportunity to speed it up. But when he did speed it up, he changed the placement, plays it a little bit on the forehand side, and Shuxin has to turn for that backswing. Beautiful stroke again, wide to the forehand. Every time Freitas takes the lead, Shuxin's right there to chase. Endgame has a lot to do, not only, I would say mostly, with mental. Tactics, confidence. See how the players handle under pressure here. With the change of placement down the line, still Shuxin, the Cloud Walker, just walks over to it, loops it back. Not a lot of backstroke on that one, almost completely lateral movement to get the racket out and take that forehand stroke. And it looked like a volunteer, maybe a worker, had walked right through the eyesight, right behind the court for a moment of Shuxin, which is why he said, give me a minute. Oh, beautiful backhand. And when you talk to a lot of the Chinese players, Marcos Freitas, one of the better backhands in Europe from a consistency standpoint, and from being a threat off the table. You know, of course, you've got Darko Jorgic coming up right now, Jakub Diaz, a lot of other strong backhands, Simon Gauzy, but Freitas very consistent in his backhand shot. But against Shuxin, it's rarely going to have the pace to finish the point, especially if he's behind the table. So taking it from in near the table is going to be big key, I think, for Marcos Freitas. Shuxin now in the lead by 1. Just behind the table, just long, it doesn't come down, and Shuxin with 2 game points. Third towel break of the game. Now, when you see Shuxin moving as fast as he is, it's partially because Freitas is hitting a shot that's a more clear decision for Shuxin. Shuxin seemed a little bit slower early in the match, early in game 1 here. Freitas was surprising him with the placement, leaving some question in his mind. Softer spinny ball, not sure if it was a missed contact, but the apology from Shuxin in game 1 goes to the Cloud Walker, 11-8 over Marcos Freitas, and we'll be back for game 2 right after this. halftime called, and the players back at the table here, coming back to the table for game 2. In the replays, the highlights between the games, you had a chance to see Xu Xin's last backhand of the game, that very wristy reverse penhold backhand. For those of you a little bit newer to table tennis, penhold is the common English term for Xu Xin's grip of the racket, where shake hands is Marcos Freitas. Traditional penhold backhand only used one side of the racket. The reverse penhold backhand is what you will see Xu Xin using. There's rubber on both sides of the racket. One way to make sure that he doesn't have to cover the whole table with his forehand, keep him in position better. After Sweden, quite a strong run against China and the penhold grip. Oh, outstanding point. The finish goes to Xu Xin here in the counter loop rally, but from off the table, Freitas not afraid to counter right back in on the backhand side. And as exciting as those points will be to watch, Marcos Freitas is going to be on the losing end of it more often than Xu Xin when he's behind the table. Xu Xin seems to be a little bit looser out here in game 2 than the start of game 1. A bit more deception on the serve, a bit more racket speed on his strokes. There it is. Freitas still almost keeps it down, racket head way up high to try and stay on top of that ball. There's the angle, one off balance from the backhand side in the follow-up. Coach Kong Guoping right there. He's been working with Marcos Freitas and the team for some time. Or at least Marcos Freitas anyway. That one goes down, Freitas's points. Tied up the first towel break there. Xu Xin fans with their signs in the crowd. Definitely nice to see a few different names from the Chinese national team on some signs. Again, whenever Zhang Jike is playing a tournament, the hotel is filled with fans from around the world who hail from China, waiting for their chance to see the man that is the wallpaper on their cell phone. From a coaching standpoint, I think a lot of people forget the players, they're playing for their career. These results determine their career, but the same can be said for the coaches. They feed themselves with the results of their players. Ooh, almost. Xu Xin anticipates well. Freitas quality shot near the net. But I was thinking about that, watching Wang Hao clap. I mean, this is also a test for him. If he can bring success to his players, this is good for his career as well. Beautiful timing right off the bounce. Freitas playing some risky shots. And to let you know how these players got here, Xu Xin beat Yuya Oshima yesterday 4-2. And it wasn't easy. I think it was the last match of the night, if I remember correctly. Yep. Xu Xin was quite well tested. Yuya Oshima, one of many strong players from Japan who had an incredible tournament, and since then has had a little bit more quiet of a career. Very loose backhand from Freitas, but this is how it goes, right? Sometimes you have a breakout performance, and it's just worlds above the rest of your, I'd say, playing for maybe the year before. And after that, it quiets down a little bit. You're playing fine, but no shocking results. Freitas getting up to world rank number 7 and dipping a bit. Yesterday, beat Tomokazu Harimoto 4-2, and it could have gone either way. Early in the match, it was very, very close. And the crowd going quite crazy here. For the results, Thiago Apollonia versus Wang Chunting. Leave some suspense for you? Okay, you convinced me, I will. Freitas froze it in the backhand corner. It's the power of a fast, long serve with good placement here. Some of our sponsors there on table 1. course, Seamaster being a huge sponsor for the World Tour, title sponsor. Now this was right around the point in game 1 where Xu Xin started to break away. This is where Freitas needs to really stay focused. Marcos Freitas, as strong as he is, as I mentioned before, about identifying the opponent's weakness and coming back to win in game 7, here his chances are going to be a little slimmer. So establishing himself early, again playing the timing. I don't think it's that much of a secret. Timo Boll has been the most effective player outside of China against the Chinese in over a good decade or so. Oh, after a beautiful backhand like that, Xu Xin keeps it deep on the table. Freitas from in near tries to play it one more from the backhand. So loose there. It also looks like he tried to put a bit of inside-out spin on it, which makes it even tougher to contact the ball. A little bit less surface area, facing the direct trajectory of the ball coming in. It's a very smart pattern here from Xu Xin. Bring him in over the table, middle forehand side, something he can't flip with power. Has to be chasing a little bit.